Hello there. So, this is a sneak peek at the power yoga class that I have here at New Waves of Relaxation. It's on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This one's not the entire class. Again, it's just a kind of a sneak peek. So, it'll be about around 20-ish minutes, give or take. If you want to participate tonight, you'll need one blanket or towel. This is for knee padding when we kneel. One of the things I like to do with all of my classes is that every week I like to come up with a theme or focus. And this week's theme or focus is courage. So before we start anything, I just want to read off one of my favorite explanations on courage. It comes from the book Living Your Yoga. It's written by Judith Lassiter. She says, in yoga classes, there are times when you are challenged by the teacher to try something that, either for physical or emotional reasons, is frightening. The challenge may be what the teacher thinks you need, and to meet it, you must call upon your courage. But how do you choose action? How do you differentiate between taking care of yourself and overcoming resistance or fear? One way is take an inventory of where you are in the moment. What is possible for me? What is in my heart? Do I want to do this? Is it appropriate for me? Do I trust the teacher in this situation? Do I need more help than what is being offered? Do I understand that I'm not alone and can ask for help? Whatever you decide, know that courage does not mean forcing yourself to do something because you want to be accepted and don't want to look like a coward. You express foolishness when you simply acquiesce, unwilling or unable to find your voice to object or decline. You can strengthen your courage muscle by acknowledging to yourself how many times a day you choose to act through true courage. So usually my readings can be about that length, but I feel like almost every word was needed there, especially the courage can be not choosing not to acquiesce, right? Because a lot of the times when we do those kind of scary poses like headstand or something else kind of wild, it can really challenge that, right? It makes you, sometimes the ego will come out and makes you want to go ahead and acquiesce and just try it anyway, even though you're not ready for it. So tonight, same thing goes. As you do this, it's supposed to be a more intermediate or advanced level class for those of you who can move fairly comfortably and are still physically pretty healthy and fit. Of course, anybody can try this, and if you are trying it, just remember to act from true courage. If you need to take a break and just watch for a little bit, do so. Over time, as you continue to practice something, you'll get better, and this is no different than anything else. So with all of that intro, we'll go ahead and sit comfortably onto our bums. You can sit on your blanket if you want that extra cushion or lift in your seat, or you can sit just cross-legged on the floor. Take a moment to close the eyes. Rest the palms face down on the knees. As you arrive, loosen out your jaw a little bit. Maybe even kind of sway it side to side, or make O's and S's to stretch out the corners or sides of the mouth. And then allow your mouth to relax completely. Feel your cheeks relax, and eventually the forehead and eyebrows. Find a little bit of length in your spine, trying not to slouch, shoulders melting. Do a quick body scan. What are you feeling physically right now in this seated position, good and bad? How about emotionally or mentally? How are you feeling there? Are you feeling anxious at all, or maybe sluggish? Are you happy? Overwhelmed? And now, without changing anything, observe your breath. Notice how it feels as it flows in and out. Is it forced, shallow, free-flowing? Observe. Let all of that go. We'll do an equal count breath to start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing, internally counting. After your next exhalation, let the breath return back to natural, a natural rhythm. Now's a good time to see an intention or goal clearly in your mind. It might even be related to finding your true courage. Whatever it is, see that one thing clearly. Let this be your fuel for your practice when things get challenging. And release it. Softly open the eyes to return your awareness back to the space. And now we'll come on to hands and knees. So we'll do a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to start coming into faster movement soon. So this is going to be the last part of a warm-up. We're going to kneel down into a tabletop position with our knees underneath the hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And we're going to plant the palms firmly underneath the shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, and give a little bit of weight and pressure into your fingertips and the knuckles underneath your fingers too. That way you take out some of the pressure that might be in the wrists. Inhale, drop your belly, start to lift the gaze up. Exhale, round, chin comes to chest. Inhale, belly drops to concave your spine. Exhale, round, push the earth away with the hands. Continue at your own rhythm. After your next exhalation, begin to find organic movements that serve. Really, that's anything. That can be no right or wrong, just anything that feels good. And return back to stillness. Now we're going to extend one leg back, toes onto the ground, and just kind of rock yourself forward and back using the toes as leverage. Bring that knee back down. Extend the other leg back. Doing same thing, just rocking forward and back. Come back to kneeling. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Feet will be about hips width, and your heels should not be touching the ground for now. Keep only the toes and balls of the feet on the ground here. Just like we did in tabletop, keep pushing into your fingertips as well as the knuckles underneath your fingers. Push the hands firmly into the floor. Feel the shoulders roll down the back and maybe even start to squeeze towards each other. Pedal out the legs and feet, finding anything that feels good there. Even lifting one leg then the other. Now maybe you play around with the head and neck, shaking the head loosely, yes and no. And finally, if you want to come to plank and back to down dog, this will help kind of wake up your wrists, kind of pop them out a little bit. Return back to your downward facing dog with the hips going up and back without reservation. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. If it doesn't make it, it's way back here. Just use your front hand to help it forward. Now you can either lower back knee down if you need to. Otherwise, try and keep that back knee lifted for now, fingertips to the ground. Once again, we're just going to rock forward and back using the toes of the back foot as leverage. Return back to stillness. Plant the hands firmly. Return to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, helping it forward if it doesn't quite make it there. Inhale. Exhale, rock forward and back. Come back to stillness. Plant the hands down. Again, step back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale here. Exhale. Bend the legs. Look forward past the hands. Step, walk, or hop forward to meet your hands. Feet hips width or together. Inhale, find some length in your spine. Fingertips to ground or hands to shins. Exhale, head and neck release. Legs bend. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the feet together if they're hips width. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Bend into the legs, chair pose. Exhale, dive forward, straightening the legs, head and neck release. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, finding that length in the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step, walk, or hop back to plank position. Lower down all the way to the belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the heart open. Exhale, lower the heart, tuck toes, lift hips up and back, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward. Spin back, heel down, so the back foot's at a 45-degree angle. And inhale, sweeps the arms forward and up to rise. Exhale, frame the front foot, planting hands. Step back to your plank pose. Push yourself forward with the toes, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the gaze, opening the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward. Back heel spins down. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back to your Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering halfway from plank or all the way. Inhale, untuck the toes, open up the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few breaths here. Find movement or stillness. Inhale. Exhale, bend the legs, look forward past the hands. Hop, step, or walk forward. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, head and neck release. Inhale, raise up to chair pose, arms sweeping forward and up, legs bent. Exhale, stand, Tadasana, mountain pose, arms along sides. Inhale, chair pose again, bending the legs, seat down. Exhale, straighten the legs, dive forward. Inhale, half lift, finding some length in your spine. Exhale, bend the legs, plant the hands, step back to plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the gaze, keep those elbows hugging in. Exhale, lower the heart, tuck toes, lift up and back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, spinning back, heel down, finding warrior one. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, frame front foot, step back to your plank, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, spinning back, heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, frame front foot, plant the hands, step back to your plank, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Taking a few breaths. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Keep that back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up to high lunge. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms out towards the right. Inhale, reach the arms up again at center. Exhale, twist it out, reaching arms out. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, frame, front foot, step back foot forward. Let the head and neck release, legs bend. Step the right foot back into high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up to rise. Exhale, twist to the left this time, reaching with the hands. Let them be included. Inhale, reach the arms up at center. Exhale, twist it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. This is last round on the side. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, frame that front foot. Step back to down dog. Pedal it out. And lower the knees down. Now we'll make our way to our backs. So some of you might be able to come to your bum first by crossing the shins and then sitting back. If that doesn't work, swing the feet off to one side to first come to your bum. Bring the legs bent, feet to the ground. And we're going to lower with intention. That's why we're not just simply lying down quite yet. Bring the hands behind the thighs. First, find some length in your spine. Maybe even feel like you're pulling your heart forward by using the hands as leverage. Get a nice big breath in. And exhale, start to find a round in the spine, chin to chest. Start kind of hanging on to the thighs with the hands to kind of lean back a little more. Let the hands slowly release as you very, very slowly, with control, lower one vertebra at a time to unfold the spine to the ground. And extend the legs long. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart for now. Hug the right knee into the chest and interlace your fingers to wrap it around either the thigh or the shin. Take a few pulses in and out with that right knee. Now keep the knee hugged super tightly to the chest. You might just keep your right hand for now on the shin. If you have more flexibility, you can wrap your right arm around the leg. Either way, keep that leg super bent. Continue to keep it bent as you open the knee out towards the right side. Now use your left hand to the front of the left hip to remind that sit bone to stay rooted down. Knee comes back to center. Bring the left hand to the outside of right thigh and help it on over to the right side, coming into a twist. Reach that right arm out. Either back of the head rest down on the floor, or you can look over towards the right hand. Your knee probably won't be touching the ground here, so don't feel like that's what has to happen. In fact, try to keep your right shoulder rooted to the earth. Gaze returns to center if it's off to the side. And slowly return back to your back at center. Release the leg long. Pause for a brief moment to reflect and observe how one side feels versus the other. Feet hips width if they're not already. Hug left knee in. Give it some pulses, in and out, in and out. And either just the left hand on the shin or give it a hug with the left arm. We'll keep the leg super bent as we help it off to the left, opening up the hip. Right hand acts as if it's an imaginary weight weighing your right sit bone down. Try not to hold the breath. Let it free flow. Bring the knee to center, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Help it on over. Extend your left arm and do whatever you wish with your gaze. Again, try your best to keep the left shoulder down. One more inhale, nice and full. And exhale. Slowly roll back to your back, returning to center. Extend the leg, widen out the feet to almost as wide as your mat. Let the toes kind of sway out to the sides. That way the feet really relax. Walk the shoulder blades down the back to make sure they're away from the ears. Hands can be to the belly or arms along sides with palms facing upward. We'll rest in Shavasana for a couple moments. Try your best not to skip this pose as if it's unimportant. This allows everything to just kind of solidify, to just settle in. Soften your jaw again. And if your mind's busy, return back to that equal count breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Return small movement back to your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. And in your own time, roll off to one side. Come into a fetal position. Reflect on your true courage, what it is you learned and focused on today. And slowly press yourself up to a seated position. If you wish, you can now close the practice with hands together at heart center, known as Anjali Mudra. The light within me sees and bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for trying it. I think this ran over 20 minutes, like I initially said. And sorry about the out of tune harmonium the first time around. I got it working second time around. It usually sounds a lot better than it did the first time. Anyways, I hope you guys can join me on Wednesdays. It's again at 6 to 7, and it is a full body workout, so you're probably going to be a little bit tired afterwards. Anyway, hope to see you there. Bye.